second deck we have is our Svengali deck. Go ahead and take out your Svengali deck today. We'll take a look at that real quick. The Svengali deck has a few instruction cards at the very beginning, and you can actually learn the basics of this card trick just using these instructions. Better yet, you may want to use this whole book of 101 amazing magic tricks with the Svengali deck. This will give you a very good basis for being able to use this deck to amaze your friends. Now, when you receive the deck, what you'll find is half of the cards are all the same. They're all Queen of Clubs. And yours will have the first half, all Queen of Clubs, and the other half, all different cards. The first thing to do when you get your deck is to go through the deck and to put a Queen of Hearts in between every other card. And that's simple. You just put a card down, then a Queen of Clubs, and a card down, and a Queen of Clubs. And just go right through the deck and make sure that you have a Queen of Clubs every other card. Now, your card deck may have a different selected card than mine. Mine has the Queen of Clubs, but I have noticed that some decks that are being in the card kits and other decks that you can buy online or buy at your local magic shop might have a different card, but the principle is the same. Every other card is a Queen of Clubs. So you'll want to go through. In fact, before you perform, you'll want to go through to make sure. Notice that there's not one there. That must have been taken out during one of my performances. And here's two Queen of Clubs, so I've got to make sure I have another card in between those two so that every other card has that forced card, the card we're going to force for folks. Notice I ended up with one extra. I have one on the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and put one on the top. Now, the other secret about a Svengali deck is that the Queen of Clubs cards are all a little shorter. It's impossible to see on the video, I think, but they're just a little shorter than the regular cards. You can kind of see that right there, little shaved off the end. All right? That's what helps you make the magic possible. Here's what we do with our deck of cards. We might start by riffle through, showing all the cards are different. Again, riffle through, showing all the cards. If I riffle down using my thumb, just let those other cards hang, the people can see that they're different. If you were to take this deck and turn it over, notice I have the Queen of Clubs on the bottom, and I riffle through the same thing, look what happens. Now it appears that all the cards have changed to a Queen of Clubs. Now you can go ahead and practice that, riffle through that way, and riffle through this way. But one thing I want to encourage you is that with this deck of cards, rarely, if ever, will you ever actually show that all the cards have changed, unless that's the end of your routine. Just a suggestion. You don't want folks to know there's anything strange with the deck. All right? So, let's talk about a simple way to use the Svengali deck. The simplest way to use it is this. You show all the cards different. You then tell the spectator, I'm going to riffle through, take your finger and stick it through, right inside anywhere you want to. So they put it in, and they'll say, take out the card that you have your finger on top of. That's going to be the card you want to force, in this case, the Queen of Clubs. All right? Now you can say, go ahead and put it right back in. Square up the deck, and what you're going to learn is, if you reach down and cut off some of the cards, it doesn't matter where you cut to, the card you cut to will be a queen of clubs. Make sure you use your hands on the ends, not the sides. The sides won't necessarily always work, but the ends, because of the way the cards are cut, the ends should work every time. You should be able to find their card. Cut a little bit lower, again, their card. Now that's the easiest way to reveal a card. But what about this? What if we were to do this? Again, have them pick a card. Of course, it will be the Queen of Clubs. Return it to the deck. You say, I'm going to mix your card up in the deck. Set the deck down. Reach down and cut the cards once. Reach down and cut the cards twice. Reach down and cut the cards 3 times. It doesn't matter how many times you cut those cards. Once you finally decide to find their card, you just cut the cards, and again, there is the Queen of Clubs, their chosen card. You can also have the spectator find the chosen cards. So once you've taken those cards, you might want to take the cards, shuffle them. Even shuffling will not mix up the deck, not as far as finding their card. And then say, Mr. or Mrs. Spectator, I'm going to make some piles of the cards. Just reach down, make some piles. And say, Mr. Spectator, would you like number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Whichever they choose, it looks like you'll find it. It looks like I didn't find it on the first one. Might have to go back to the drawing board and work on that just a little bit more. Let's try that again. Again, they choose the card, you cut the deck, you set some of these down, you say, which one would you like to choose? They can choose any of the piles, and they will discover their card. Now, obviously, don't show them that their card's on top of all 3 piles, or they're going to get very, very suspicious. Well, this is enough to begin with today with the Svengali deck. Take that deck and begin to work with it. Learn how to do the riffle. Learn how to cut the cards cleanly so that you can always find the chosen card. Once you've got some good ideas of how to do that, we'll come up with some other fun ways you can use the Svengali deck. Hey, this is Jeff Feeney. Hope you guys have a great day.